All right. Oh, damn. Take that.
Waiting for it to pull up.
Yes.
There's a delay, so it's like you never know when it's going to kick on.
Exactly.
You're like,
oh. Right about now.
Yep.
All right. Let me pause that. Get the comments all up in here. Excellent. Hello, everybody. What is going on? Let's see. We've got JP. We've got Mark Curtis. Austin's here. Yeah. What's going on, guys? Let's see.
The first comment, the hello, we're going to talk about the P320/M18. I started laughing because I got in here just a little bit before we started the live, and I told Joey about it. I was like, hey, yep, they're already itching to talk about that story you told us. Rocco.
What's going on, Rocco?
Yay.
Oh, no, I was supposed to call Rocco. Rocco, I'm going to call you tomorrow. Sorry, man. Gary Farron, what's up? Justin Smith. Let's see. Austin's first medical class, I think.
For attorneys on retainer. He is putting one on specifically for them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so he did one with his friends a while back. We went over the phone, did all the stuff, went through his outline.
Yeah.
Talked to us about it, and he said his first one went really well. So I'm very excited to hear about how this one goes too.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it was Austin, so what'd you expect? Of course it was going to go well. When you have a mustache like that, things just tend to go well for you. Uncle Guns, Sam Russell, Big Dog Status.
So Sam doesn't know that Charles has an idea floating out around him now involving his dating life.
Oh, no.
I'll talk to you and Heather. I get a message from Charles, and he's just like, hey, I have an idea. And I'm just like,
Austin says the alumni presentation was a warm-up. Well, you crushed it there adequately, so just do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do that. Adam Hall's here. Wes Myers. Grant Tilley says hit that button. Hit the like button. Yeah,
please.
Absolutely. Please do that. And Scott and Kyle. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is there anything to really say about the whole P320 M18 thing other than it happened and they're not going to use it anymore?
I immediately, I was like, you know what gun hasn't done that? A Glock.
Yeah.
That's it. It's difficult to have those conversations when we've been telling everybody, hey, we don't think that those are safe guns to carry because of the other issues that we have heard about happening with them. And then it happens, and you just kind of seem like a butthole if you're like, yeah, I know. I kind of told you guys this is what we expected.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just honestly maybe only moderately surprised that they are actually fixing it, I'm surprised that they're not just reordering a new batch or whatever, I don't know. So anyway.
Yeah, friends don't let friends 320. Yep. We try to adequately pick on everybody carrying SIGs when they show up.
Yeah.
The thing that's not happening happened again.
Yeah. No, for sure. Leadership knew better. Yeah.
Leadership always knows better. I don't think that you can get into leadership. Me and Alex were talking about it. How do you get to a leadership position not knowing how to do the job for the position you're leading?
Right.
But it seems like the only people that ever get those positions are shitty managers that don't know how to do what they're in charge of telling people how to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
don't know. Let's see. Would a Shield Arms magazine fix the 320? Two wrongs make a right. You might be on to something.
Poor Sam getting roasted by the Irishman. Hello, Bob.
Hello, sir. Surprised the DOD is fixing the policy around SIGs. I'm also surprised SIG isn't trying to fix the problems with SIG. Yeah, Dude, I know. I thought they had fixed it though, is the thing. I thought they had did like a whole recall and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't keep up with this stuff because I carry a Glock.
Right.
So,
It's like, you know why I don't worry about SIGs? Because I don't own a SIG.
Right.
Like,
Yep. I can't ND if it doesn't feed around. That's right. Shield Arms would fix that real quick. Do.
Grant, wait, is Kayla talking about where I work? I'm talking about where everybody works. Like, that's the thing. It's like the TikTok videos where you see in your feed and you're like, hey, stop talking about me. It's just because it's so common of a thing that it's like, yep, you specifically.
Dude. Yeah, it applies. Universal human experience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's all the comments. So you guys throw something out because I didn't. Once again, I said I was getting better about this, and once again, I did not have a plan. I was thinking about making a plan, and then I bush hogged all day, and
the heat.
Yeah,
like we had planned on trying to do something with the kids because like summer break is coming to a close. And I was like, we can go to the park. And then I stepped outside and I was just like, the park an hour away with a splash pad. So that's what we went and did was the park an hour away with a splash pad because it was miserable. I am excited about the range day in August.
Oh, yeah.
Like
we
the
could probably
August
talk about
12th
that stuff.
range day for the birthday celebration.
Yeah.
Heather was asking, she was like, should I make 2 cakes? Like, would it be okay if I made 2 cakes? Because I really want a summer cake, but his favorite was like a German chocolate cake, and I was like, you should absolutely do 2 cakes.
Yeah, cakes like pizza. It doesn't really ever sit around long enough to go bad.
I will be right back. There are children screaming from another room.
Let's see. Just in case you have to yell at. She took the mic off. Just in case she has to allegedly beat the snot out of those kids in there. Let's see. What do we got going on? Joey has a concept of a plan. Yeah. Oh, make a plan, execute the plan. Come on, man. Yeah. Listen, I'm really good at making the plan part. Yeah, no, not the not the execute. Actually, I can't even say I do a good job at making the plan. I had made a plan to start making a plan and did not follow through on that first part. But anyway, so yeah, someone said something. I was going to say something to somebody. Oh, how many people in Fighting Pistol next weekend? Next weekend, just because it's you, Kyle, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the roster. Take a quick gander. So that's the August 2nd that you and your wife are coming down for. We are looking at 4 people, 3 people, 3 or 4 people around that amount. Yeah, the summer signups are are always low. I mean, I taught that pistol class this past weekend. It was absolutely miserable.
Yeah.
Both days. It was one of those things where it was a small class, and in the small classes, I always say like, hey, like if we wrap up early, if you guys want to keep shooting, we'll keep shooting. That's no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to teach the curriculum as written, wrap up around 1 or so, and then we can keep shooting if you want. And we wrapped up around 2, actually. And I said, hey, I'm making an executive decision. Like, we're getting the hell out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, summer classes are no joke.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we stopped doing contractor classes in the summer just because, like, we were getting heat casualties.
Yeah.
The older I get, the more I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I do not tolerate heat like I did when I was younger. And, like, the last couple of times that I've been out taking classes in the heat, Andrew's and Don's class, I got prickly heat.
Right.
And we stayed in the shade as much as possible.
Of
like,
course.
I had my cold rag, did all the things I was supposed to do. I was super hydrated.
Yeah.
But still ended up with the prickly heat, and that is uncomfortable.
Yeah. No, you can't play around with it. Grant says he knows that we're tired of him asking, did we find out anything about the podcast not being available? No. First off, I don't ever get tired of people asking because I forget things a lot. So no one will ever bother me by asking a repeat question, especially if I don't answer it or fix the problem. So no, I haven't looked into it. So I'm gonna make a notification on my calendar right now so I don't forget again. Vamp, Kayla.
So Uncle Guns, any data on which ratcheting tourniquet is best one-handed? My go-to is cat, but I'm intrigued by the ratchet style tourniquet. Thanks in advance. The Rev Med RX. Alan Kay brought the very first ratcheting tourniquet that I'd ever seen through that class, and it was like the 4-inch one, and it was massive. And we had a lady in class that had really bad arthritis in her hands. She could not properly apply a windlass style tourniquet or an elastic style tourniquet. So Alan let her borrow his, and she was able to like get that thing on and ratchet it down quicker than anybody else could with their windlass or elastic styles. And I was just like, those are great tourniquets. And we probably had 100 applications with it during that class, and it was still just chugging along at the end of it. Like, he was going to buy a new one and replace it because he'd used it, and tourniquets are one and dones.
Right.
But to have them, I stash all of my training tourniquets in different places. I'm like, well, I mean, like, if I'm going to have to improvise, I might as well improvise with like a training tourniquet.
Right. Yep. I'm going to take a screenshot right now, Tom, so I can remember that book in the chat. There we go.
So, Hyrex, I'm going to take fighting pistol shirtless. Dude, like, not having a sun shirt makes a huge difference. Like, just that layer of clothes in between you and the heat from the sun, it makes all the difference in the world. So while, like, if you want to, you can, but I would get a sun shirt.
Do it for me. Let's see. Last year, we were sent out of classes in August. Don't ask me how. Cheating. You're offering drugs or something on the side. Let's see. Took fighting pistol in June. This is from Mark Curtis. James asked if there were any heat casualties. I said I got a little sunburnt. Then he called me a soulless ginger. It was awesome. Yeah. And then you've got another question up in there.
Yeah, Kayla, what do you consider shelf life for the tourniquets that you have? So every single medical device out there has to have an expiration date on it. If you keep something stored in a temperature-controlled and humidity-controlled environment, forget about that shelf life unless it's like a medication or something that you ingest. Those lose efficacy over time as well. But if it is just like a product that you're going to use on the outside of your body, heat and humidity are what eventually destroy the product. So if you keep it safe from that, like, ignore that shelf life. On my person and in my gear in the car, tourniquets, I replace about once every 2 or 3 years. Elastic ones, I would recommend doing like every 2. The cats, about every 3, because they are not relying on the same strength that the elastic ones do. So, but if there are other stuff in your med kit that you should replace way more frequently than that. Like chest seals, they only last a couple of months on your person. At about the 3 to 4 month mark, they start getting really tacky and difficult to pull apart. Gloves, those can go bad like every month, especially in the heat that we've been having. So gloves you should almost replace monthly. And check it. Like, how much rain you have is going to make a difference. Like, all of the different things going on with the weather will absolutely affect how long your thing will last.
Yep. So we kind of just got into it a little bit, but the next range day comes up on August 12th.
Yes.
I've ordered the paint this time. So Lowe's has it ready for us. So we're gonna get the tractor barn painted and then some other things like that. But if you guys missed out last time, we had a pretty good time. You guys did. I left as soon as we were done working to go work more.
We found a bunch of baby turtles.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was the highlight of my whole day. We were so worried about flipping over that metal and finding snakes under there.
Yep.
And so I'm sitting there like looking back, I've got my boots on and my jeans. I'm like, I ain't getting bit. I'm not getting bit. And then we used the tractor to lift it up, and there was like 20 or 30 baby turtles
Yep.
under there that all just started coming out, and I got some pictures with them, and they're adorable. And I will share it with you guys in like a range update video whenever we get the tractor barn painted.
Yep.
Like all the stuff that's happened.
Yeah, that's right. Some other administrative stuff is, if you guys haven't noticed, we have done a full swap over to the new website. So tacticalresponse.com now only takes you to the new website. And I was specifically told, of course, there's still some things that we're working through, some like cosmetics mainly. But this past week has been the big testing ground and everything like that. So I was asked by Nicola specifically, if you guys view the website on the phone, please send us feedback, because they didn't optimize it for mobile, and they need to know like what they need to do to fix any issues, or there might not be any, but if you use I got too much bush hogging today.
Yeah.
If you use your phone to view the website, please give us some feedback. And then if you just use it in general, keep sending that feedback back our way, because I just keep sending it to those guys. And now they've got like a sheet that we're going to start implementing stuff and everything like that. So do that thing. Colorado in the house. Bob Lester, it's August 12th.
Yes. My dad's birthday.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why we picked it. It'll be right after Joey gets another year older.
Yeah.
And then celebrate the birthday out there. Because what better way than being on the range?
Yeah, get some work done, shoot some guns. Don't worry about the snakes. Tim's got the judge. Yes.
Red Root.
Well, listen, man. If that's what you want to say, if that's your excuse of why you can't come and work, that's okay. No judgment here. I told you that I was on vacation, so I wouldn't have to do a live stream with you. So, no big deal. Let's see what else we have. Administrative-wise,
Florida classes, Titusville.
Yep.
Coming up in September.
Yeah.
Right?
So before that, we have Fighting Pistol in New Hampshire again.
Yes.
On August 3rd, the weekend of August 30th. But yeah, then as soon as that happens, September rolls around and we have Bastrop Pistol and Advanced Pistol and Florida Pistol and Advanced Pistol. They're like the weekends right after each other.
Yep. And then we'll be back in Florida
when's your medical
in
class out
October.
there? Yep.
To do the medical class. I have phantom vibrations. I was like, oh, my phone's vibrating. And it was not. It was, in fact, not. Has any poor soul tried to take a class with a tourist judge?
No.
No.
Not at all. Though I wouldn't be. Someone could show up to Fighting Revolver with one.
That or backup gun.
Yeah.
Like.
I should have gotten Lewis to get into it in one of those classes, because Tim always teaches those. So I should have been like, hey man, sneak out there with the judge.
We'll have to find a random student to do it. That way Tim, like, because if it's Lewis, Tim will know that we're just fucking with him. Like, if we get a random student to do it, like, like.
Come on, same team. And then what else? We have, it should be on the schedule. If you guys haven't seen it, we have New Jersey class. We have Fighting Shotgun going on up there. We're in talks to get another class around the same time in the PA Jersey area, around that same time of month, same time of the year, I should say. But keep an eye out on the schedule.
Yeah, Fighting Pistol and Advanced Fighting, or no, Fighting Pistol, Fighting Rifle.
Yeah.
Fighting Pistol, Fighting Rifle.
Yeah, 2026 or the last half of this year.
The year of travel.
Yeah, like we're just going on the road, it turns out. What else? You just got done teaching a medical class. How'd that go?
Yes. So not only did we get to teach did I get to teach the medical class, but we also got some promotional content for it filmed. And I got a very nice compliment from Sam. So Sam is a paramedic. And he was just like, this is the first training class that actually gave him an adrenaline dump as if he were really responding to a call.
Oh, looky there.
And so, like, that made me feel good. I was like, okay. Because it's always nerve-wracking when you get, like, medical professionals in your medical class. It's like when we're teaching Fighting Pistol, if Paul Markle or, Don show up, you're like, oh, okay, guys. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So it's always nerve-wracking. But to hear that, I was just like, yes. Okay.
Right. Yeah. when I taught the red dot class, Andrew and like Don Edwards both were like, "Oh, I can't make it. I wish I could." And I was just like, "Oh, thank God you're not. Like, I don't want to teach a class with you guys on the line."
Yeah, it's always nerve-wracking. You're like, gotta be on your P's and Q's with everything.
Oh.
And then I would forget like silly words like the autonomic. I was like, the muscle movements that just happen like without you forcing them to happen. Like, yeah, so.
That's awesome.
And got the alumni funk.
Oh, yeah.
So after alumni, I was like really, really sick. I lost a week of time.
Right.
So if I did not answer, like Tasha, she was on the way to the house today and she had texted me and she said, "What happened? Like your bubbles were there and then they disappeared." And I was just like, "Because I texted you back." And she was like, "Huh?" And I looked at my phone. Nope, it was still sitting there in the pocket. I was like, okay. So Justin Smith, my immediate action medical class, I had to carry Joey for 20 yards before I got smart enough to ask Charles to help. And I blame the adrenaline dump for every bit of it.
It might have been that class, but there was one class where I was role playing and you were like, "Hey, you're just going to be like unresponsive." So I went like all the way dead weight and they're dragging me like outside. They're trying to get me going. And I just remember I was still dead weight the whole time. And you were like, "Joey is coming too." And I was like, "Oh, I think that's my hint to help him out."
Yeah, you try to.
They were struggling.
Yeah, you got to try to like play into their strengths and weaknesses. Like when you see them like kind of dwindling, you're like, okay, maybe we can rouse a little bit. Mm-hmm. Because like, I know if you've ever taken that class, you're just like, this is crazy. Like she has all of these things. She just enjoys being mean. But every single scenario, there is a lesson that I'm looking for you to get out of the scenario. Mm-hmm. And so some of them are, most of the lessons are move. And if you can't, I'm like, okay, then I want the focus to still be on movement. Having to finagle and stuff like that. Oh, I think we have his mom on the way.
Let's see. Where are we at here? Oh, Justin says it was definitely that class. That was a good time, man. What else?
Like medical, my goal for 2026 is to make medical cool.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to make it cool and like the class that people want to come and take. Mm-hmm. Because if out of every single class that we offer, like that class has saved the most lives.
Oh, for sure. There's no doubt. I tell people that all the time. I think, and anybody who trains seriously, who's had, especially if they've done like a no bullshit gunfighting class like pistol and a no bullshit medical class like immediate action medical, like they know. Mm-hmm. They know which one is the more likely to have to be used, you know? Yeah. So, yeah. Bob says live tissue lab is cool. I know. I've always missed out on it.
I have too. Like the nursing and then like children. Yeah. 'Cause like kids make it a lot more difficult. Like the best advice I ever got from my parents were that the only true freedom you will ever have in life is from the moment you graduate high school until you have children. And like, I had a pretty good stretch. I had a pretty good stretch, but like having kids absolutely changes the game as far as being able to go and do stuff. And I feel like kind of as the mom, you're the one that's more responsible for a lot of the little day-to-day things.
That's the patriarchy getting to you right
maybe. Like Alex can handle it. He has. I've went on work trips before, but I just feel more, I'm like, if I'm not there, the house is going to be crazy. And
you got indoctrinated.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how they get you.
He said the medical Mondays were making medical cool. What happened to that series? I went back to nursing.
Yeah.
Like that's what happened. I went back to doing the medical stuff and quickly got burnt out again because that is like you kind of have to hate yourself a little bit to be in medical.
Yeah.
Like, it is a soul-sucking job.
Right.
Sam was in the class at the paramedic, and I was just like, full offense here, sir. Full offense. Like, you are broken if you choose the medical field.
Yeah.
Like, at least a little bit.
Mark says he got the funk and he didn't even go. That's funny. We'll talk about
Passed
that.
it, yeah.
Yeah, the alumni
Passed
stuff.
it through the tube of views.
Yeah. Excellent. What else, guys? Throw something else out at us. Let's see. I don't know. I don't have anything. Sorry, guys. Normally I'm on it. Like normally I'm like da. All I can think about is how hot it was today.
So I'm really excited for Dakota to finish editing the podcast that Andrew and I recorded over the 28 days later.
Andrew was super stoked about that too.
It's a lot longer, and that when we get all of that done, because we've got quite a few podcasts like in the pocket, so that we can be consistent with the releases and everything. But as soon as that one comes out, we can work on that, and that'll also be another reminder of making sure the podcasts are listenable.
Yeah. Gonna be any videos of alumni this year for those of us that couldn't make it. Unfortunately, not this year. We just didn't have the, what was the term I'm looking for? We didn't have the ability this year. And by ability, I mean Shelton wasn't there, and I don't know how to work a camera. So
no, there was a lot of different moving parts.
Yeah.
Like we rented a building this year. Hopefully it's not going to happen very many more times, but we did have to rent a building this year. So I'm sorry I have a kid that's bleeding, so I'm going to give you guys to Joey for just a moment.
He jumped off the
Come on.
But yeah, so it just came down to the building thing. But hopefully we are working on in the talks for getting a building out on the range.
Okay.
Hopefully by the end of the
You're
year.
Pick those up.
So let's see. What do we got here? Y'all ready for the Texas heat come September? Yes. Oh, that is a hot mic situation. Oh, that's funny.
I need you guys to sit on the bed and not move. Sit on the bed and not move.
I don't know what to do in this situation.
Be here soon.
Do the first thing that comes to mind and then do it.
What are you bleeding from?
My nose.
Okay.
He was walking and then jumped off the bed.
Problem solved. Problem staying solved. I could have yelled hot mic, but I didn't want to yell into this mic. So anyway, yes, I am ready for the Texas heat. I'm not going to be too worried about it. That'll be fine. The Texas heat is no different than a Tennessee heat, so I can handle that as long as it's not forever too hot. I was away from the keyboard, but listening. When is the next PA class? I am talking with Mike up there, Mike Fiore. Sorry, guys. And we're trying to get April of next year is the is the rough estimate. But yeah, we're definitely going to be back up in PA. I know Big Dog wants us out there in Tucson, man. We will try to make it happen in 2026. I just got to find someone to host us out there if Ben isn't getting back in touch with us.
Yeah, hot mic.
Yeah, a bunch of that.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Gatlin, who believes he is going to grow up to be Spider-Man, pulled a Spider-Man move, but not a Spider-Man landing.
Yeah.
And landed on top of Killian, hit him in the back of the head, busted his nose, so he has a bloody nose.
Yeah, awesome.
It builds character. Builds character.
I think D-Walt gave a pretty good recap of Alumni Weekend. Carry a rock, lift weights, carry a tourniquet. That's it. I mean, that's the classroom portions at least.
Yeah.
Let's see. Terminal Outcome says, "What's up, gang? Doing mom shit is important. The hot mic is fine." Yeah, absolutely.
Like in that, so when I was growing up in tactical response, like I was all the places. Like I got to go. I went to like travel classes. I went to classroom stuff. That's how I got to start training so young. Is because I just always showed up and was there. I I did not have the feralness
Yeah.
my children
Yeah, yeah.
have. And I'm like, I'm trying to do that. I want them around this stuff and around these, like you guys, because the more people that they have in their circle, then the more adults that they have to look up to see that martial lifestyle. And I tell people all the time, y'all are how we get parts of James Yeager still. Like the stories that you have for us. And I want them to have access to that. Sometimes it just makes me feel like, oh no, I'm doing everything wrong, like dropping the ball somewhere. Kind of feels like
Right.
here tonight. So
let's see. Yeah, the building that we used worked fine. Though I do wish that I had gotten on it a little earlier. It was one of those things where like I felt like what the alumni fall for every year, where it's like, it's Camden. Like, how busy is everywhere going to be, right? So it was like a month out, and I was calling places trying to rent. It was like they had it on a Saturday, but not for the Sunday or this or that. Anyway, so if we have to rent a building next year, like I'm calling, like if we don't have like an idea of when we're getting the building on the range, like by the end of like this year, I'm just going to start calling then and get a spot rented out. Let's see. Buell says, how you healing up, Joey? Able to get back in the gym yet? I am all healed up and able to get back in the gym. I just haven't done it yet. So, anyway, I'm
able,
yeah,
just not quite willing.
Bastrop Heap is just like Tennessee. It would be different if it was southeast Texas, where the humidity plays a bigger factor, but Bastrop is mild. Yeah, I mean, I've never had a problem out in Bastrop. Again, yeah, it's too similar to Tennessee. I'm used to this.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how I would do in Florida if it wasn't an indoor range.
So the thing is, like, because I lived in Georgia for a while, like Fort Stewart, Georgia. So like armpit of America, right there at the bottom, and it wasn't that much worse than here.
Right.
Like when you're hitting like 90% humidity and 106 degrees, being 110 degrees with 92% humidity isn't that big of a difference.
That all sucks.
Now, compared to the places that don't have humidity, where shade feels like shade, like that's way different. But oppressive heat and humidity just kind of all suck the same once you get to a certain level.
Yeah.
Like,
no, absolutely. Absolutely right. Let's see. The range portions were move better, move faster. There's always a way to carry a rock. Hell yeah. Yeah. Excellent. I don't know. What else, guys? Ask a question. Throw something out. Or you start talking.
So we were talking about it when everybody was here. Something that we tossed the idea around a little bit for Patreon. Maybe doing like a movie club or something on there where we don't like this. It is in the baby idea stages. So if you guys have any suggestions on what you would want to see, but we were talking about it. It come from Andrew, me, and you all supposed to be watching the 28 Days Later and then doing the podcast on it. Like, and we pick on people so much for not having watched like the cult classics and stuff. Yeah. Joey is people. That's who I mean when I say people. We pick on people so much when they haven't seen the cult classics. It would give everybody like a reason to watch them if you haven't, to rewatch them and enjoy the hell out of them if you have, and a fun place to talk and communicate. So is that something that you guys would be interested in us doing on the Patreon side of things?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how frequently, because like I'm already talking about, I don't have all the time to do the things. Like, let me add another thing to this, but like trying to find a way to enjoy life and bring work into it at the same time.
Right. See, that's the thing is it's like, you could just be like, because I don't know, how often would you say that you watch a movie? Like, do you watch a movie a month?
Oh, yeah.
You sit down and watch one? I can't remember the last time that I sat down and, like, watched a movie.
Oh,
you know?
We watched The Boogeyman last night.
Yeah, see?
The kids all piled up into the bed. We turned on the scary movie. I was just like, I can't watch it when I'm going to be home by myself tonight. So So it was when everybody was there, and we sat through and watched the whole thing, popcorn, the whole shebang.
Yeah. See, we just don't do that very often, and because our kids don't like us, so they just hang out in their rooms because they're all almost teenagers now, and they don't want to hang out anymore. But anyway,
I think I'm still all of my kids' favorite person so far.
Let's see. Movie club and book club would be the tits. Yep, absolutely. That was another thing that you had tossed around for sure. Patreon or Liberty TV. Is there anything going on with Liberty TV? We actually do have some stuff coming to Liberty TV soon-ish.
Andrew from Combat Art Training, he filmed some shorter versions of the pistol cheat codes and the rifle cheat codes, and those are going to be available only on Liberty TV. And then we're trying to get all of the stuff back in motion. So if you keep reminding us, we will make sure that it stays on the list of things to pay attention to and make sure that we get everything running like it should. Like, because when you dropped it, because Joey was having to do almost everything by himself, and having like me getting to help, and Heather's been able to help more. She's cut back a little bit at the bakery, and then opening it up to the alumni helping, that's made a huge difference. Yeah. So, like, we're like, going steady.
Yeah. I have not watched Bulletproof with Adam Sandler yet. You know I haven't. You just wanted to hear me say it out.
Bulletproof with Adam Sandler. Dylan Mansell said, I've watched 36 movies this year, 11 this month, all first-time viewings.
That's crazy.
So I will say, like, if I had to pick one form of entertainment and I was only allowed one form, it would be reading, hands down. Like, I've read more books than I have watched movies this month.
Nerd.
I'm on, like, book 6 this month. Wait, yeah, because I'm on book 6.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I love watching movies.
Yeah.
But books are my thing. Like, they are my thing.
Austin says he should learn how to read.
You should.
No, that's very cool.
Willie said, I'm okay with anything for Patreon as long as Nerd Talk still happens.
Yeah, I'll still sneak in there, and we'll get the Nerd Talk started back up too. Yeah, because I don't have anybody who. Well, actually, I take that back because Alex reads the books that I read as well. And
then he's got Gage listening to them.
Oh, cool!
Because Gage is doing the Primal Hunter series.
Nice. All right.
So he's listening to them and he loves them.
Yeah.
Like, he'll sit there and talk to me about them. He's just like, Mom, and then Jake does this and Jake that, and I'm just like, that's awesome. I don't know who Jake is, but that's awesome. Like, I'm excited to be raising a nerd.
Yeah.
Because I know he wants a Dungeons and Dragons themed birthday this year. I'm like, you're absolutely going to be a nerd, but I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Like,
nerds get in less trouble.
They get in less trouble, and they still have friends.
Yeah.
And they're other little nerd friends, so that's even less trouble. Like,
yeah.
I need at least one nerd. He's like, Gatlin's not going to be.
No, he's going to be bullying them.
I know. I know. John Crewer.
Oh, Crewer, where?
He said, good evening, Kayla. Joey.
Hello. Let's see. Speaking of Liberty TV, the mobile app stopped working a while ago. Is it not mobile anymore? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Sorry, guys. It was one of those things where, like, I think when they looked at the analytics, it was like 15 users or something like that. And so, it's just one of those things where it was like you two guys and then like one dude who forgot that he downloaded it one time and all that other stuff, so.
Like, I'm a mobile person too, but you'll just have to go to the website through your phone instead of the app.
D-Walt says he needs to do pepper spray cheat codes and taser made easy. Yeah.
Joey's like, I am not volunteering.
I'm not allowed. I'm just not allowed. It turns out. Reading is the only form of entertainment that you can do anywhere. That sounds like something a nerd would say. I don't know, if you got headphones, you can do whatever you want.
I missed what Grant is saying. Same here, Kevin. Okay, the mobile app thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then Joey, do you play different music when Tim rides with you, or does the job for a cowboy still get a spin?
So I do my best to kind of curate the music, but every once in a while I'll get tired of listening to whatever like Motown blend or radio I put on for Tim or whatnot. And I'll just put on my liked songs. And believe it or not, Tim is pretty chill with a lot of stuff. Like anything can come on the radio and he'll just, he'll be fine. He'll be bobbing his head and stuff. But yeah, as soon as the metal kicks on, he's just like, well, I'll tell you about
Back in my day.
yeah. The thing is, most people who like classic rock are just like one like segue band away from getting into metal. It's like if you timely kind of, but if you listen to Black Sabbath or like Ozzy, like you're just like one good stoner metal band away from like really starting to get into it and stuff. So so Tim likes the classic rock, so as long as it's nothing like death metal, he'll be all right.
Like, speaking of Ozzy, that absolutely broke my heart.
I know. It was very sad.
I watched his like snips from his last
That concert, yeah.
And like whenever he played the Mama I'm Coming Home at his last concert, like I was just ugly crying because I was like, I feel like he's really talking to her. Like and it of course like but like quality of life matters.
Right.
And he went out doing like just a couple weeks ago getting to do the thing that he wanted to do his whole life.
Yeah.
So but yeah, that was a kick in the teeth.
For sure. Yeah. Ozzy was one of my mom's like favorite, like Black Sabbath and Ozzy. She listened to them all the time, and Rob Zombie. But like, so yeah, it was kind of like I grew up listening to him, and of course everybody older than us did too. But yeah, it was, I remember reading an article like months ago where it was like, pretty much he said in like an interview or something like that he was just holding on long enough to do one more show, and then he was like, I'm done after that.
Yeah.
And it's like 3 weeks later, like, holy shit.
Yep. I tell people all the time, you can talk yourself into and out of dying.
Yeah.
And like you can tell he held on to be able to do that last show, and then his daughter got engaged at that show.
Yeah.
And it was a really cute moment, like him telling the guy no at first. So I was like, that was kind of cute, but yeah, it kind of rocked me a little bit.
Yeah.
Dylan, I spent 2 weeks emotional about that concert, and then he passed. Like, I watched every single second of it that I could. Every time it come on TikTok, like, I would just sit there and watch the whole thing through because it did.
Yeah.
Like, I'm one of those people that music makes me emotional. Like,
right.
I get chills. I feel it. Like, and every single one of them, I was just like, I'm taking the time for this.
Yep. You can't get Tim into Pantera. Tim might actually, if I played the right thing, the right one, like some Cemetery Gates or something, like nothing too crazy, he might be able to listen to some Pantera. Austin says, what's the worst burn from brass y'all have ever gotten? I had an AK shell fall between my back and my plate carrier. Had a 39 casing branded on my back. The worst one I ever got was just right here on my knuckle. I've got the scar from it. It was actually at the tactical games.
Okay.
And I know that I wasn't like in one of our classes or anything, but so I'm shooting prone off this like tank trap or something like that, and it hits the tank trap, falls back down on my hand, but it's like, we tell people all the time, stay in the fight kind of thing. So I was like, I'm just going to keep shooting what I need to shoot, and then I'll deal with this later. And so that's how I got the scar.
The worst one I ever got was during my contractor medical class. It was like 70 something degrees one day and then dropped down to in the 50s and raining the next.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take a jacket, and James Yeager was just like, you're not going back and making class late to get a jacket. So I put on a trash bag to keep from dying of hypothermia.
Yeah.
And I was the medic, so I'm leaned over treating the person with other people shooting, and one went in between like my pants and the trash bag, like where the gap that girls have at the top of their pants, and it sat there. And so I finished putting on the tourniquet, and I'm like trying to sweep it out, and So we finish the drill, we get back, and I'm like, hey, can you look at my back? Is everything okay? And they're like, I don't see anything. So we come back to the team room. I go into the bathroom right there, and I take my shirt off, and I turn around, and there is trash bag melted into my back.
Shit.
It was just hit, like when I showed on my back, it was in the pants line.
Yeah.
So when I stood upright, you couldn't see it. But yeah, the trash bag was melted into my back.
That's awful.
That was the worst brass burn I ever got. Like by far, that was the worst one I ever got.
Dylan says he'd have Tim on a steady diet of Opeth so he could play him 3 songs for 30 minutes straight. Yep. Ozzy and Black Sabbath are the main reason metal exists. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yep. What else? Just some more stuff about the Ozzy. Yeah.
Yep.
Went out on absolute top. Had that concert where everyone and their brother was there, telling him how he's the reason they exist. Then he left. Can't beat that exit. Yeah, that's awesome.
Ooh, I was shooting around barricades at a local rifle class. Had a piece of brass bounce off the barricade and land on my left forearm. And apparently my sling was laying on my arm and just held it there.
Yeah. Yep. Let it cook.
It like pistol brass
not bad,
doesn't even phase me anymore. Like rifle brass, when I took Dawn's class, I was like, can we please like start at that end, because we would only shoot one at a time and you had to be ready to go.
Yeah.
And when John would start shooting next to me, like I have a scar on my arm from where a piece of brass come and just like laid there, and I'm like, okay, trying to be still and do stuff, but yeah. So start at the right and come in.
Yeah.
Always go far left.
Dude, that's what Dylan said, that rifle brass is the reason he's always on the left side of the line, you know?
Yep.
I don't blame you a bit. Adam says now he's going to listen to Pantera's cover of Planet Caravan. Excellent. Good stuff, guys. That is a show. That was a concert that I got to go to not too long ago. Speaking of, metalheads that like honoring them and stuff like that. So it was, I can't remember, but basically it was like one of their first tours that they had done in a long time and stuff like that. They did a whole big like memorial to Dimebag and stuff like that. But my favorite part of the show was it was me and my buddy who went, and it was a father and a son next to us, and the kid was like 10 years old.
Oh, wow.
So Lamb of God comes on, and he doesn't know any Lamb of God songs, but he digs it apparently because he likes metal. But as soon as Pantera came on, that little 10-year-old kid was singing every song. Like,
that is amazing.
Knew everything. He was like dropping like knowledge on me. He's like, man, I really hope they play like insert song I never heard of here. And I was like, I hope so too.
Gotta be cool.
You can't be called a poser by a 10-year-old.
Right?
I mean, that's just not a good feeling.
Stephen Brock, he says, hey, Kayla and Joey, looking forward to seeing you guys for Advanced Fighting Pistol in October. Still trying to work out transportation from Chattanooga to Camden.
Yeah, just give us a shout, man. I know, just keep us in the loop. If you need some help, we'll do what we can.
Yep.
For sure. Let's see. Anything else? We got about 12 minutes left, so.
And the 2 children who are desperate for attention standing here looking at us. Hey, guys, go have a seat, okay?
Okay.
Go have a seat. It's fine.
Anything else? I'm trying to think administrative-wise. Let's see. We talked about the mobile classes. Mm-hmm. We talked about the range cleanup day.
Yes. And then So something that we did was we put on in our like local Facebook group, like the HIP Camden, Tennessee group, any of the Benton County school employees, like any school systems employee, like lunch lady, if you are in maintenance, if you're the janitor, like if you are part of the school system, that they could come and take like our medical class this past one, and we have one more coming up. And we had somebody sign up for it, and then they canceled. And they're like, we're going to do the next one. So I'm hoping that it was like a friend of theirs that's also a school systems employee. It's like, hey, if you can switch it to this one, I'll go with you. 'Cause I'm like, that.
We did have a wife email saying that her and her husband were interested in the next one. So
Very cool.
hopefully we get a few.
Because, like,
few
my
up in
kids
there.
go to that school.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I want to give back and make them safer.
Right. Yeah. No, for sure. How are y'all doing the fight now? We're not at the moment, but hopefully that's fixed soon. As soon as we have a building out at the range, which we are in the works of doing, we have started the process.
So, two-part system. Heather and I were talking about, like, we might have to settle for something until we can get what we need done. So we are working our butts off trying to get that taken care of, but it will be remedied as soon as we possibly can.
Yep.
Even if we just use the big awning to sit you guys.
Yeah. Let's see.
So did I hear y'all say that December shotgun class is a way of?
It is. It starts on a Thursday, Friday. The fighting shotgun, because we've had the past 3 years, we have so many people come and take fighting shotgun that now they're all like, hey,
when's advanced on the weekend?
When's advanced, right? So fighting shotgun will be that Thursday, Friday. Advanced will be over the weekend, and then the additional 5th day shenanigans that you'll get with Tim.
He's so much fun to train with. And when it comes to shotguns, like, Tim turns into a different person.
Yeah.
Like, any other time that you're talking to Tim, hey, baby. And then you're like, hey, Tim, tell me about this. And he's just like, and then the Mossberg 870 and blah, blah, blah. I feel like he turns into a professor or something.
Yeah,
like, he is so knowledgeable with that stuff.
I feel bad. Tim, I don't know if you've experienced this, but Tim has become an inside joke, And what I mean by that is, when I'm teaching a class now, I can't stop myself from, like, quoting him and, like, doing things that he would do that make me laugh. And then when the students look at me funny because it's their first class with us, they don't know who the fuck Tim is. Now I'm the weirdo.
Yeah. I've done it like that. Hey, baby.
Like Hamanas are always coming out, and the Susie Rotten crotches and stuff like that. And then they just look at you funny, and it's like, oh, you haven't met Tim yet, so it'd be really funny if you knew who Tim was.
Like, jokes are never as fun when you have to explain them.
Mama needs shoes. That's right.
This is, what is the difference between taking fighting pistol and advanced fighting pistol together versus taking way of the pistol?
So the way of the pistol, the way of the rifle, the way of the shotgun, all of those are just the base class. So pistol, rifle, or shotgun, followed by advanced. But then what you get by doing the way of is you get a night shoot on the night 2 of advanced class, and then an additional 5th day. It really wraps up around noonish on that 5th day. But that thing is different for each class. So like in the way of the pistol, we do a little bit of force on force stuff. In the way of the rifle, we'll do I believe the 5th day is where we end up doing some intermediate distance stuff, as well as the offhand malfunction clearances only. And then way of the shotgun, you end up doing some pugilism and some more malfunction clearances and things like that. So that's where you're really getting the night shoot, and then that extra 5th day is the difference between way of and just signing up for the classes regularly.
Yeah, because that is pretty much the only way that you get the night shoots.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have any nighttime classes, so that and then our any of our 5-day classes, like contractor classes, you get a night shoot in those, but you have to sign up for the whole 5 days to get the cool stuff.
Yeah. Which our Irish friend is already in the works. He's trying to get a team together for 2027. So you guys have some time, but I know Charles is trying to get an SUT class planned for 2027.
What is he planning to take next year in 2026?
Advanced 3-gun combo.
Okay.
So I'm going to put that before alumni, just for him, and for Josh, who was down here too.
Yeah. Him and Josh get to go.
Josh replaced my alternator, so I was like, "Hey, man, like whatever class you want before alumni weekend next year, you let me know.
Like, you
I
get
got
to pick.
you.
It is all you." Got a Timonism and a Jamesism from each the parking lot before I even got my range bag out of my car.
Yeah. I mean, it just, they sneak out now. Yeah. Brian's talking about the Fighting Pistol in New Hampshire. I was just talking about it earlier.
Yep.
If you guys haven't signed up for that, if you're in the area, make it happen, guys. Brian's going to be handling that.
Get a taste of freedom up there.
Yeah. Yep.
It was when they like our friends from New Jersey come down, and I was like, "You guys need like guns and everything?" They're like, "Yeah, that would be great." I'm just like, you can't be in a free state and not take advantage of all the freedoms that you have being in a free state.
Yep, that's right. Welcome to Tennessee. Here's a
New
gun.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Dean, during the medical class, it was so funny that he brought it up because we were just talking about it before. He was like, "Do you know what I miss when you and Heather did those news anchor videos?" So I was like, "Yeah, we've got to bring those back, something like that, because those were a lot of fun."
Yeah.
And the way that my brain connected that was the New Hampshire, and then I was like the fake accent, and then I don't even remember what our names were. I think it was like Harry and Dick or something like that.
Yeah, definitely that. Yeah. I wonder, because we would put that before a live stream, right?
I think so.
We did it once or twice.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be some work to dig back through it and see if we could find them in the old live streams. Let's see. Tom's heading out. We'll see you later, Tom. And then Mark says, in Andrew's patrol class, we started swapping Tim stories, and Jay had this look on his face like we were goofing off too much. Then 30 seconds later, he said, "Okay, I got a Tim story." Oh, dude, Jay's got a bunch. All of that batch of instructors, or not even if you stretch it out for a while, but like, because Calvin still comes around and hangs out, and Tim and Jerry and Jay, like they all have so many stories on Tim from being on the road with him for too long.
Yeah, I have a couple of Tim. Like one of the funniest ones was when it was my mom and dad, and then me and Tim were all on a road trip together, and we stopped at a Cracker Barrel. So my mom and dad were sitting across from us, and me and Tim were sitting on this side, and he leaned over and put his arm around me. He's like, "Hey, baby, people gonna think you're my girlfriend." I was like, "Shut the hell up. People are gonna think I'm your granddaughter. Like, stop."
Yeah. That's awesome.
Kevin will be at the New Hampshire class. He loved the last one. Caucasian barrel, please. I missed something.
No, instead of calling it the Cracker Barrel.
Oh.
Caucasian barrel, please.
I get it now.
Yeah, don't be.
I did miss something. The joke, like, woo, went over my head.
Oh, look,
Justin,
there's Dakota checking in. Yeah, the night shoots are fun. Nothing too crazy. What?
So my very first night shoot was during my very first contractor class, and I'd never done anything like that before. All of my shooting had been done during the day, and I was like, I'm about to go out here, and it was a huge contractor class. There was 20 of us in that class. Like, I'm about to go out here, and we're going to be running and bounding live fire. And so the entire way out to the range, I sang the quadratic equation to soothe my nerves. I was like, x equals negative b plus or minus square root. And I didn't realize I was singing it out loud. So some of the guys in the band, Calvin was in that class. Nice. He was the driver. Don't ever let Calvin be the driver. But some of the guys, they were just like, "Are you singing like a math song?" I was like, "It makes me feel better. Just shut up." But one of the most fun experiences I've ever had.
Yeah.
And the pictures, like, somebody just looks like a badass. Like, me. I'm somebody. Like, the pictures are awesome from it. Dylan said, "I'm thinking about taking fast and accurate rifle next month so I can be more faster and accurate.
Yep, you should. I think there's a couple people signed up for it, so bring it on.
Very cool. Fabio's, my most memorable Tim moment was a sincere, heartfelt story he told, followed by how if we knew when our fight would be, he would be there with us. Meant a lot to us. Tim, like he does have a sweet side. Like there's a reason that we call him like the weird uncle, but we still want him around.
Yeah.
Like,
that's awesome.
Yep. It is 7:59, guys.
I made it. I barely pulled through. Thank you guys for dealing with me.
And me and my hellions, my feral crotch goblins.
All right. So we'll be back next week doing the thing. Same bat time, same bat place, all that good stuff. This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way. This is the way.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.